Alright, hello everyone, welcome back. Hello everybody, welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Today we're here with some more F1 2019 career mode. I know it's been a little while, but we're back. Heading out to America now. There's only this episode and 2 more left of this first season. Unfortunately, our major chassis upgrade has failed. I know it's been a little while since the last one. I just haven't uploaded them. I don't really have any excuse. But yeah, only 2 more episodes. I'll try to get them out quite quickly, and we will do a second season, and maybe even a third, but see how much you guys want it. But America, Racing Point have made some big jumps in the championship, so they're in that top 4. But anyway, let's head straight on out to qualifying.
It's time for today's qualifying session to begin here in the United States. Welcome to the Circuit of the Americas. It always looked like the kind of track that asks an awful lot of the rear tyres, such as the frequency of low-speed exits.
No matter how good a driver is at managing their throttle application to limit rear slip, they can't always overcome a car that's inherently bad at looking after its rear tyres. Here we have a lot of low-speed corner exits, which means a whole load of energy, heat and tyre wear.
Okay, so here in Q1 we come to the end of our first lap to go P2. Only 3.5 tenths off of Vettel, and finish the second session in P4. And so Leclerc takes over. I'm not too sure. Wait, where did Vettel go? That is... No, it must have been Leclerc on top. Maybe I just read it wrong. But in Q2 we come to the end of our first lap and we go P6. Like second 2 tenths off of Kvyat, so I did go for a second lap, just didn't feel too confident. And we improved, but not enough to gain any positions. But we finished off 9th, just below Gasly, but a whole second off of Kvyat, who was looking pretty quick that session, but so was Bottas. They were fairly close. But yeah, good. Me and Gasly are both into Q3, and at the end of my first lap in Q3, we went P6. And I did go for a second lap, you can see, and a lot quicker, but I ran wide, got on the curb, which just slowed us down. But I ended up going P3, I was really happy with that, so I did finish off there. But it was only P5 in the end, but still one of our best qualifyings, I'd say, isn't it? So, pretty happy with that, especially recently. Finished last in the grid in the last 2 races. So P5, hopefully we might have another shot at a podium, but we'll just have to see how things go for now. But Hamilton quite far down, actually. And, yeah, looking good for Vettel in the championship.
In 2012, America's on-again, off-again love affair with Formula One finally seemed to settle down with the completion of this wonderful racing facility here in Texas. Since then, we've been treated to some incredible races, including, of course, that classic wet-dry championship decider of 2015. We have 10 turns to the left and 10 to the right here at the fantastic Circuit of the Americas. Overtaking opportunities into turn 1 and 12 at this anti-clockwise 3.6 mile track. And we should see average lap speeds of around 126 miles per hour. Anthony Davidson, thanks for joining me once again for the Grand Prix. Now, we probably ought to start by discussing Sebastian Vettel. Everything's on the line here today and the title hangs in the balance. So how do you think they'll be coping with all that pressure?
I think as long as they keep their mind on the task and not its historical significance, they'll be just fine. This is a race just like any other. You do the best you can and accept that sometimes things are going to happen outside of your control. If they can approach today with that attitude, the pressure shouldn't be a problem.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he starts from pole position, with Charles Leclerc alongside. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Kvyat, Byrne, Sebastian Vettel, and Gasly, Hamilton, Magnussen, Albon, and Valtteri Bottas. They've taken a grid penalty. Weber, Sainz, Sergio Perez, and Raikkonen, Butler, Russell, Daniel Ricciardo, and Roman Grosjean. Norris and Robert Kubica takes the last spot on the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
Okay, so here we are.
You can brake late into one because of the incline. It's a slow corner though, so make sure you stay out of trouble. Good
I'll
luck.
try to, yeah. Very easy to get punted in that first corner if you're not careful. So just changing up my fuel, making sure everything was good. I really saw no reason to change the strategy, so yeah, let's just get straight to the race. As here we are. We actually got bumped up to P4, so very good chance at podium. As the lights go out and away we go. Come on, let's try to get a good start, and we do, but Kvyat got a great one. And so is Gasly, as he's having a go. Vettel's around our outside. Gasly sends it up the inside of Kvyat and Leclerc, but then we're side by side with Gasly and we're up into P3 through turn 2. Feeling very good about that. We're in P3 already on the first lap. It's now everyone behind us is all bunching up. Everyone's looking for a move on Gasly, but we're out here up front on our own. Oh my god, no! Oh no, Vettel's hit us. He's taken off a bit of our front wing, and that's taken a bit of his off as well. What has he done there? It looks like he just sent it. We were just taking the turn. And yeah, Vettel just sent it, span us round, and we hit our front wing on his. And I'm surprised, to be honest, he didn't get a puncher from that. Oh my god, look at that. He sent it. No regard for where we were. He almost hit Kvyat and just completely took off our front wing. You can see here already I'm struggling so much. I almost take out Kvyat, and he did run wide into me there, but I did close the door a bit. But yeah, he just got through so easy because of the understeer I had. And yeah, you can see there it's like orange damage, so the whole left side end plate is off, and you can see him locking up down into turn 11. Struggling so much, but on the straight obviously we're not affected too much, so I come down, but you can see how much I'm locking up trying to make moves on everyone. And Vettel seemed to not be affected too much, but now as we come through the multi-apex right-hander 19, I'm pretty sure that is, but I did come in. I asked Jeff if we could box because I just wasn't feeling quick enough, and we were just going to fall back. And since Vettel didn't pit in, this isn't going to be a good race for him. He might finish out the points, which means for Hamilton, he can claw back some of the points he lost last race. There we come in. I did go for the hard tyre and also changed my front wing, obviously. I was sort of going for a bit of a thing we did at Silverstone, but obviously the safety car's the main reason we won Silverstone. But come out, P20, and now we are going to have to push like hell to catch up to Grosjean to make sure we can be there. When everyone else pits, we're close enough. I messed up a bit out there in turn 1. As you can see here, it's just a little bit of fast forward of me. I was like pushing so fast to get through, and I was slowly catching up to Norris and Grosjean. As you can see here, it's come in. Now into lap 8, everyone had come into the pits. Well, some of the back marks had, not everyone. But we managed to get put up to P17. But the thing is, Weber was able to pit and get out ahead of us, which that did sort of. I was like, is that good enough? Because if he's managed to do it, that means that everyone else will. And here comes everyone else on lap 9. They've come in, and yeah, we just weren't close enough to get everyone coming out of the pits. But we do go round the outside of Raikkonen. That's a lovely move. We do go off the track a bit, and we suffered a little bit of oversteer there. You can see in minus fuel as we swing it around the outside of Sainz. Hopefully he doesn't take us out. Side by side is very scary going near Sainz as we. After our 2 collisions earlier in the season, I'm very much down on him, and Leclerc is out of the race. That can't be good for him. It seems like it's further up and there is a virtual safety car. And it seems like it must be some sort of mechanical issue for him, as he is way out there in the runoff. That we have a virtual safety car, and I was very much hoping for a full course safety car. Obviously, because, you know, it would be great, but we do gain a couple of positions in the pits, I think, there. But obviously, no full course safety car, and we managed to jump Butler in the pits.
Some kind of mechanical problem.
And someone has some sort of mechanical problem, but we've caught up to Vettel, and he hasn't pitted, and you can see how much he's suffering there. We swing it around his outside. So I was feeling really quick compared to Vettel there, but obviously on the straight, that Ferrari power coming in as we go side by side through turn 12. I do go wide a little bit, and we did get an illegal overtake, but I gave him back a little bit and then broke back through and back up into P8, and then Max Verstappen wins as nothing else happened. We couldn't quite catch Perez, but Max Verstappen takes another win for Red Bull. Red Bull feeling very quick at near the end of the season here. We run it wide, but we're going to bring home, what, 3 points? So not great, but we're still in top 10. We're still bringing home points.
Thank you for all your hard work out there. That was a strong drive and a good finish. Well done.
So another fantastic victory for Red Bull today. Anthony Davidson, what helped them deliver this result, do you think?
Well, I honestly feel it was down to the driver and car today. I mean, we can talk driver skill all day, but if you don't have a solid team to back that, you're never going to get anywhere. When you hit that sweet spot of having both an excellent driver and an incredible car, that's when you see results like those we witnessed today.
Red Bull are our winners today after showcasing some incredible driving. There's been a huge push from them lately to stay competitive with the other teams, and they're certainly proving themselves.
Well, it did suck though, because we really could add a podium. And Gasly just fell off somehow. We finished 14th, which is insane. But Hamilton 5th, and where did Vettel finish? 15. So from, what was it, lap 12 where we overtook him to lap 14, he dropped back from 8th to 15th. That is awful for him in the championship. So now Vettel 16 points ahead of Hamilton. He could mathematically clinch it next race. But we moved down to 9th in the championship. 1 point off of Weber now. Hopefully we can claw it back. Gasly moves down to 12th as Kvyat gets up to 10th. But yeah, not looking good. And we do lose out to Alfa Romeo and the Constructors as well. But still 2 more races to get them back.
Excellent result today. Finishes like that will look good on
It was
your
our best result, but I can't complain too much. It was decent. You know, we put in our best effort. If we didn't get hit by Vettel, that could have been another podium. But took home a few points. You know, it really does suck. We could add that podium. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching this episode. If you did enjoy, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn notifications on so you're ready for the next episode.